Okay, so this video is to show you how to post the Slido grades for a Slido poll. So what you're going to have from me is a set of 3 Excel files that will be labeled by the chapter, and one will be section A, one will be section B, and one will be section C, and it doesn't really matter which section is which. And you're also going to get a 4th file from me, which is where you're going to put all the Slido grades and et cetera, et cetera. So let me just show you how everything looks here. So here's an example of one of the 3 files for this week. And the key columns here are total correct answers and user email. And as you can see here, I have 3 of these open, the 3 I just showed you. And then here is the template file that you're going to use. So I've already created a page and used this template to record the chapter 3 Slido information. So let's get started and go ahead and do this for chapter 8C. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this, move or copy. I'll move it to the end. I'll say create a copy, and let's name this. Very important to keep everything organized, to have our good naming convention. So we'll do EX space in front of that, just so they're all the same. And so what I need to do from the other 3 Excel files that came out of Slido is I need to get the email addresses in this column and the total points awarded for each student that participated in this column. And here I have to have points possible. So if it's a 3-point quiz, you put 3. If it's a 1-point quiz, you put 1. This is a 2-point quiz. And so that's what I'm going to leave there. So let's pull this over here, and that's all good. And I'm just going to take these, not in any particular order, but this is 2. I'll just want to remember which one I've done so I don't duplicate. And so I need to get these email addresses in C. That's already done, so that's great. And I need to get total correct answers into F. And then I want no other data anywhere else. So I'm going to just do insert a column here. Okay, so we'll insert here. That's good. And I want to get rid of all of this. You all may be able to do this more quickly than me. I'm not an Excel expert, and we want to get rid of all of this junk. Okay, and now I'm ready to take this information, C and F, and you can tell, even if I would forget to tell you how many points the quiz is, you can tell how many points the quiz is because a lot of students are going to get 100 on it. So you see we have a lot of 2s here. All right, so I'm going to copy this information. So this is from 8C2, and I'm going to take it and paste it in right here. So Control V. All right, that's all good. And then we go down to the bottom, and I just do the same thing with the other 2. So let's see. Let's take 1, do the same thing. I'm going to insert. So I get this over in column F, and I'm going to try this time not even deleting the other information. So I just pull what I want. Make sure you get everybody. All right. And go ahead and put that in. That's looking good. And now I have one more for the remaining section, and that's going to be this one. And same thing. Whoops, I am going to have to insert a column. And then other than that, really just copy this stuff. Okay. All right, and now you can see, ultimately we're going to upload this page in CSV format to Canvas. But before we are able to do that, we need to convert this into SS user ID format, this column C. And the way we do that, the instructions for doing that are here. Okay, and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do this with Control H instead of Control F. You see that up here? So we'll do Control H, which is some fancy kind of search and replace. I don't really understand. I'm just following instructions I found online, and we want to replace that with nothing. And let's go ahead and replace them all and blammo. Okay, we've got here, these are all the unique IDs for all the students that participated. And now I'm going to delete this because we have to have everything very clean for Canvas. And last thing here is I've got to put the assignment name in here. So this is going to be exactly what we've named the sheet at, use small c to be consistent. Okay, and now I'm going to save this file. But the key thing that we need for Canvas is we need to make a copy of this, just this sheet, to a new book, and we'll say create a copy. Okay, blammo. And now we want to save this as a CSV. Okay, so we'll say EXCH08C, and we're going to save this as a CSV. And we want to save it as a normal CSV. Okay, and we'll go ahead here and say save, but I want to put this in a particular place. So I don't care where you save it, but for me, I want to be careful. I want to be able to have everything in the same spot, et cetera, et cetera. And so I have a folder here for the Slido grades. Okay, and I'm going to say save. Okay, and that's good. All right, and now we can close everything here and not worry about that. And let's go to Canvas, and then we go to grades. And this will take a few minutes. And we're going to say import. And the import might not work until everything's populated. There it goes. And as you see, it's got to be a CSV file that it's looking for. And we want to go to get that file I just saved. And that's in grades, Slido, here's our 8C. And we say upload data. And this is going to take a little while. Hopefully it's going to work. If not, it'll tell us what's wrong, and we can very quickly change that spreadsheet and make any modifications that we need to. All right, here we go. So sometimes what will happen is some noise will come in. So good practice, which I didn't do, is to go down to the bottom and delete a whole bunch of stuff here, because sometimes there's junk in these rows there, and that would have been smarter for me. So in case I have to upload it again, I'll just save it there. So I've got a bunch of students here not in my class. So for each one of these, just do not in my class in this row, and hopefully it's not going to be too many. I think that's all of them. And now we have to say this is a new assignment. Points possible, it's 2, and we'll continue. And there we go. And we're going to say save changes. And this takes a while also. And I'm going to wait for this to populate. And when it does, we're almost done. I'm going to do search assignments and find that assignment. And I just have to put it in the right category. So it's EXCH08C. Whoops, where did it go? There we go. That's beautiful. Okay. And we want to say, I'm not sure what we want to do here. Let's see what happens if we click that. See what happens if we double click that. Nothing. Okay, that's interesting. Oh no, something is happening. All right, let's see. I'm hoping this is going to take me to the assignment itself. Yeah, that's what we need. No additional details were given. So now we have to edit this assignment. And points is correct. We don't want it in homework assignments. We want it in extra credit, Slido, in-class exercises. Display grade as, I always like to put percentage, but you could do points, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's good. And now let's go back to the gradebook, and I'm going to see what I can filter by. I just want to check everything's looking good here. Takes a while, even though everything's showing, it takes a while for everything to populate. There we go. Okay, apply filter. So assignment groups, that's what I want to filter by. And so I only want to show this. All right. And let's see what we got here. And it looks like everything came through just fine. All right, and once you see that, everything is looking good and you're done. Of course, don't make any other changes to the grade book, be very careful with that. You can screw up the whole grade book. But if you do only what I've shown you in this video, you're going to be fine. All right, that's it.